if you remember, we went to Fred's bachelor party. And at the bachelor party, Fred drank 15 tequilas. Maybe even 16. Maybe 16 at this point. Followed by a beer each time.
Period, yes.
Followed by a beer each time within 2 hours.
I really, even the 16 tequilas would be enough. But 16 beers.
Fred passed out, flat on his face. We thought he was dead. So we told Gary, quickly call the EMS. Because we had to get Fred to the hospital.
Right, you thought he was dead.
He was bleeding from all over. So...
Did you ever get down and actually touch Fred when he was in this condition? We
no,
haven't talked about this.
I don't want to touch Fred. No, I've learned that you don't touch someone when they're in that condition.
In other words, you never went near Fred.
Absolutely not.
That's what
I know.
I've
heard every article I ever read, don't touch the body.
It didn't say don't touch the body. You have, if you see somebody drop, you have to determine whether they're alive or not.
I did. I was down by him. Did I physically grab his head? No, I wasn't going to grab his head.
I didn't say grab his head.
No.
I said, did you take his pulse?
No.
Did you check his breathing?
No, I don't know how to take his pulse, and I don't know how to check his breathing.
Now,
anyway, so here,
just keep in mind that I walked into the room and somebody just said, call 911.
Did you take Fred's pulse? I couldn't take Fred's pulse now, let alone there.
I didn't know what was going on. Somebody said, just call 911.
Right.
You wouldn't know how to check to see if somebody's heart was still beating.
No, I wouldn't. I do not get into...
you are worthless.
I am not in the medical profession.
You just hold your glasses to his mouth.
Oh, please. I'm not going to put my glasses to his mouth. You put your glasses to his mouth.
I figure he saw Fred bleeding and he ran the other way.
No, he was there.
I was there, believe me. I saw what was going on.
Standing away.
In fact, I was the one who first pronounced Fred dead. I was ready to bury him.
Across the room.
I said, Fred's dead. That's it.
That's it. History.
That's it. So here's Gary, who quickly called. First, he called his machine to check for messages, and then quickly called EMS. I just want to hear, because this should be interesting. I have not heard this yet, by the way.
Poor Fred. It's a lucky Fred's alive.
I tell you.
Police 1092 with emergency.
Yes, it's at a club called Scores. It's on 60th between 1st and 2nd.
And what's wrong there?
Somebody fell down. It looks like they might have cracked their head open.
Okay, and this place is called Scores?
Scores.
Scores?
Yeah.
First floor?
Yes.
Hold on for EMS. Don't hang up the phone.
I won't.
Okay.
I can hear.
You mean that's all the information? You haven't even talked to EMS yet.
Right.
I can hear her giggling at your teeth. Do you hear her chuckling?
Yes. No, you can hear the. Can you hear the music in the background?
Yes. But what's interesting to me is that Gary, instead of telling them what's wrong first, gives the address first.
That's what they ask you, Robin. What are you, crazy?
I didn't hear a question.
Oh, what are you?
Hey, come on, he's handling himself pretty well. Don't nitpick.
She asked what the address was.
Right, still bleeding.
Thank you. Caller a minute. And is the patient awake and breathing?
I think so, yes.
Male or female?
Male.
Awake? How could you say he was awake?
I didn't know. I walked into the room. Fred was down. I didn't see anything. Someone said call 911 quick. Nobody had time.
Yeah, but I mean, the guy was unconscious.
I did not see that.
I did not know that.
You didn't see him laying on the floor?
No, I didn't. I mean, I saw him on the floor.
Well, you were the wrong guy to send.
Gary's always the wrong guy. What
I know. Yeah, I think so. Well, we'll take our time if he's awake. Well, why doesn't he walk over to the hospital?
Is he male or female? I think he's male.
No, that's I didn't say that.
How could you say he was awake? The whole point was he was unconscious.
Oh, everybody knows now. I couldn't see that then.
Approximately how old?
35.
What happened to him, sir?
He fell down, and I think he might have smashed his head open or something.
You know what it is? You got to sound like something's real bad, too.
Well, this is really bad. Fred's unconscious.
Yeah, but
and
Gary...
he's lying in a pool of blood.
Gary backpedals.
Hey, Howard, there were people that were saying, oh, don't call 911.
Yeah, that was Ralph.
No,
one guy was saying
somebody
that.
Somebody said, should we call? Should we call? No, we don't need to call. Maybe we better call.
No, it was Ralph. He doesn't know what he's talking
in all
about.
that debate, you never looked over to see what condition Fred was in?
No, I didn't.
He knew what condition he was in. He gets confused by the questions.
Fred.
How could I tell he was unconscious, both?
That's all his eyes closed, but
He wasn't moving, but I don't know. Maybe he could hear me.
he might have been just taking a rest.
You got to say everything is bad. You call
it's
EMS.
easy to say now.
But
But you weren't even telling the truth, Gary.
Bleeding, sir?
I can't tell. You know what?
what? Did she just say, is he bleeding? And you said you can't tell?
I could not tell.
There was a pool of blood around. It was pouring.
I didn't see a pool of blood.
Oh, my God. No wonder
He
they took
thinks
so
he
long.
cracked
They didn't
his
take
head
for long.
open.
They would have been there faster.
They were there very quickly.
They were there in 2 seconds.
What's that?
They would have been there in 1 second if you told them they were bleeding. It's a miracle they showed up. God bless EMS.
Because Gary's giving him all.
The way Gary was making it, probably the woman would have said, hey,
bring him to the hospital yourself.
Yeah, what's with you guys? He's not bleeding. He's conscious. How could a guy split his head open and not be bleeding?
Only in Gary's world.
You guys are the biggest.
He's conscious.
He's a
The guy
conscious, cracked open head with no blood.
I believe he's eating a burger with some ketchup.
Is it Howard?
I see sliced onions.
Is there anything?
But if you could drop by here and just take a look for yourself.
Is there anything in the world that you and Robin can't do better? Is there anything?
Oh, this I definitely could have done better.
Then
This
why
I
didn't
know
you?
I could.
Then why didn't you?
Because I was assisting Fred.
Doing what? You were standing on the side.
Do you know who I am?
Howard Stern.
That's right. Who are you?
Baba Booey.
What is your job? What is Baba Booey's job? To make
do whatever
calls.
you want.
Right. When we have emergencies, you ought to take care of them. You got to handle yourself in a more brilliant way.
I can't imagine that you see a bunch of people crowded around one of your friends and you don't break through to see what's going on.
He knew what I saw. Baba Booey. He
Wait a
knew
minute.
what was going on.
He's standing there. First he says
He panicked.
he walked in and somebody said call
No,
911.
no.
Then he's telling me he stood there while there was a debate as to whether to call
he was
911.
there.
Everything
Gary
took
saw
place.
Fred's body. Fred
Everything-
was laying unconscious in a pool of blood.
And
Gary
saw
choked
it.
on the phone.
Let me explain to you what happened.
And thank God the EMS worker
the entire
was
debate
conscious.
through Gary.
Thank
Shut
God,
up!
Thank God the,
Shut up!
Thank God the EMS worker was conscious.
Would you guys shut up?
Can you believe this guy?
Am I here?
And he saw everything.
Am I invisible?
He's amazing. I can't believe he did that.
Gary saw everything.
The
He was-
debate-
I remember
He
him
got on
standing in the
phone and
room.
said, I don't think he's conscious and I don't
Because
think he's
he
bleeding.
doesn't listen. This is the same thing when I tell him back in the office to do something.
What, does he not believe his own eyes?
No.
Robin, the entire debate took
I
place
don't
in
trust
15
my
seconds.
own vision.
You can shut up because you weren't there and you don't know anything.
Where is the Gary puppet?
Oh, my God.
Where is the Gary puppet? I want to talk to him. That's who I'm interested in speaking to. My right-hand man is a panicking dope.
If you think this is bad, you should have heard what my uncle did back in Dallas in 1963.
What was that?
Hello, Dallas. Mr. JFK is in the car. I think he's car sick. He seems to be conscious, and his wife doesn't seem to be too upset.
Was that right?
Had a real big beat on the situation.
Admit you panicked.
No, I'm not admitting I
Okay,
panicked 'cause I
fine.
didn't see-
There's a bunch of guys around and they sent me and told me to call 911 right away.
All right, stand by. He's
He's,
60th Street and 2nd Avenue, but he is awake, right?
Between 1st and 2nd, I believe he is.
I believe he is. Why would you believe he was?
Fred could have made a better phone call. At
I
this
know.
point.
You should put the phone in front of Fred's unconscious mouth. It's amazing how you get everything wrong. And this is, I tell you that this is not the first time. I'm telling you, now I have proof. Thank
That
you.
He
don't have
confuses
proof.
everything.
It's just how he handles my business activities.
It's like a soothsayer.
Was Fred out
I
immediately?
He's like a tooth sayer.
Was Fred out the second he went down? Was he out immediately?
Yes.
Immediately.
He was out.
He fainted before he fell.
Gary, when he was drunk, he was out.
Yeah, but I didn't see him before. I'm telling you, I only know.
Oh, you were there with us. There was a pool of blood around
I
that
did
guy.
not
Why
say-
would we?
Howard, why would
we
I
were
lie
standing with
about-
you
why would I
discussing to
lie
call
about a pool of
EMS.
blood?
I said the guy is
Why would
laying
I
there
lie? Well, answer
because
me!
you always have to act like you know when you don't.
Wait a second. Why would I? Why would I
Instead
lie?
of saying to
Make the
them,
call if you didn't know
wait a minute.
anything.
You should have
Why
said,
would you
"I don't know what to
lie-
say."
Why would I lie about a pool of blood? Why would I?
Because
if I
you
saw
always
one-
give an answer when you don't know. This is your problem. When you don't know something, you say, I don't know. You didn't know. You said that Fred was not. So you would say, I don't know if he's in a pool of blood. I don't know if he's bleeding. I don't
And
know
I
if
would
he's
have said,
conscious.
why are you making this call? Why wouldn't somebody just say, I don't know what's happening? Have
Shut
somebody else
up.
make
You
that
don't
call.
know anything.
Oh,
about
come
anything.
on.
Come,
Well, you know,
Gary,
this
is
you
embarrassing.
made it clear you have
Shut up. You have no
information.
clue, as
Oh,
usual.
boy.
You are clueless,
I knew
Robin.
more about what was
You
going
can
on
do-
with Fred, and
you-
I wasn't even there.
Admit
All
you
you
were
can do-
mixed up.
all
You were
can
mixed
do-
up.
Robin
You were
knows how
so
to do
mixed
everything
up.
better from her perch at home than she does in real life.
Well, come on. You were mixed
I
up.
could have made us informed
Then
the phone
you should
call.
have, Robin.
I could have.
Robin
made
knew
an
more
informed
about
phone
Fred's
call.
condition than you
We
did.
should have called you, Queenie.
I could have said, I don't
The
know.
Queen! We should have
I
called the
don't
Queen!
know. I don't know, just like you did.
He was self-conscious about his
Actually-
teeth in front of all the girls.
Actually, you lied.
There's a din in my headphones. Now, what did you have to say?
I said
believe.
you were probably self-conscious about your teeth in front of all the girls.
There
And you
were
lost.
no girls around the phone.
Oh, okay.
If I may defend Gary, I would just like to say one thing. He didn't lie. Sometimes he just says things that later turn out to be untrue.
Right.
But I love
Shut up, you piece of wood.
I love the I
I
believe.
won't be with
I
you this
believe.
weekend.
I
Phone number
believe that
421.
Fred is conscious.
In the Scores Club.
Yes.
I believe,
Okay, we
yeah.
will have an ambulance.
Why does he believe if he doesn't know?
I believe that he is not bleeding. I believe.
Then why are you calling?
You guys are jerks.
He was in the room. He knew what was going on.
I
He
believe-
panicked. He panicked. He won't
Absolutely
admit it.
panicked.
All right.
Yes.
That's it.
Stupidity is better to plead, I suppose, than panic.
I don't know.
You
I
panicked.
plead
Congratulations on turning a minute-and-a-half tape into a half-hour bit. You are a genius.
All right, thank you.
I
are a
believe
genius.
that
I'll take
we've
the
done a
compliment.
good job.